What's going on, guys? Back again at the backyard bars. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to successfully get your first pull-up. Alright, if you can already do a pull-up, I bet you can get something out of this video. I'm going to show you the exact right form you should be performing on every single rep and how you can increase your pull-up game in general. Pull-ups is one of the fundamentals of calisthenics. You got to learn how to do a pull-up, push-up, and dip before you really get to these major advanced skills that you see these crazy athletes doing. So today I'm going to show you how to get that first pull-up with perfect form. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright guys, before we get to our first pull-up, I'm first going to show you guys rows on rings. You can also do this on a low bar as well. This is definitely the first progression to your pull-ups. You want to start with these and eventually we'll get to that pull-up. So first we're going to do this row, right? So anytime we're pulling towards our body, and in any workout, whether you're weightlifting, whatever you're doing, you want to think about holding a pencil in between your back. You're trying to hold that pencil, you're trying to pinch that pencil. We're going to bring our shoulder blades back and pinch. So now every time we do our pulling motion, we're going to think that, especially on these rows and on our pull-ups. So what we're going to do, we're going to hold these rings. All right, the beauty about these, we can make it as hard as we like, right? So if I'm right here starting with the row, it's not going to be that difficult because I'm not having to pull up a lot of my weight. As we go lower and lower, I'm going to have to pull up more and more of my weight, making it much more difficult. Alright, so while we perform these rows, we're going all the way down, all the way up, turning in as we come up, and all the way back down, really pinching our back and holding that pencil at the top of the rep. So that is your row. You want to start with those. Like I said, you could start high up, and as you get stronger, you'll go lower and lower. And once you feel very comfortable with that, doing 10 reps at a very low angle, then you can move on to the next progression, step 2. All right, guys, so step 2 is going to be the scapula shrug. All right, so like I said before, we're trying to pinch that pencil in between our back. So we're going to go into a dead hang on the bar. So we're going to hold and we're going to hang our body. All right, and we're going to try to pinch that pencil again. Boom. That's all it is. All right, that's a scap shrug. So we're going to keep our arms completely straight the entire time. I'm going to pinch that pencil. Another good way to think about this is think shoulders away from ears, right? Shoulders away from ears. Boom. At first, you might only be able to do it like this, and as you get stronger and stronger, you'll be able to open up your chest more and more. Alright, you want to really emphasize that shrug. Now, if that's too hard, you could use a band if you need. So you'll step in the band, both feet, same thing, dead hang, and it's going to help you pinch that scap. You want to get very good at these, as it's the bottom of every single pull-up rep. That beginning of the rep, all it is a scap shrug. Scap shrug, all the way up, all the way down, dead hang. Alright, so you see how I stay retracted the entire time in a pull-up? I'm constantly holding that pencil. When you get good at this, you're ready for step 3. Alright guys, so step 3 is going to be band assisted pull-up. Alright, so the same way as we did for the end of that scap shrug, step 2, we're going to step onto the band. Alright, you could have one foot in it if that's more comfortable. I like to do 2 feet, don't matter. We're going to need a nice tight grip on that bar. Full dead hang. We're gonna use that scap shrug, pinch our back. We're gonna go all the way up, chin fully above that bar. We don't want a gooseneck. This is called goosenecking, right? I'm reaching for that chin to be above. We're gonna get fully above that bar with our head straight, and then all the way back down. All right, scap shrug, all the way up, all the way back down. Obviously, this is a thick band right now. You're gonna start out with a very thick band. As you get stronger and stronger and get better at them, you get thinner and thinner bands until you don't need a band anymore. That is our last step, step number 4. Now, although I said step number 4 is gonna be our last step, I lied to you. We actually are gonna do negatives, and I forgot how underrated these are. You need to be doing negatives because it will get you used to your own body weight. You'll go through the negative part of the motion, allowing you to eventually get the positive. All right, so let me show you what I mean here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hold the bar. All right, you might need a step stool to step up on. I don't really need it. There's a smaller bar. What you're gonna do is you're gonna jump up to the top of the rep, and we're gonna hold. All right, and we're gonna try to hold as long as we can. Eventually, you're gonna go down, right? We're gonna go as slow as possible all the way down until we are at that dead hang. All right, the reason this is so effective is because we're putting our body in the same position as we would on the positive part of the motion, and so we're going nice and slow controlled, so our muscles are getting used to every single position of that pull-up. So eventually we build that muscle memory, we keep getting stronger using the band, and we are able to get that full pull-up, right? So let me show you one more time. We're gonna jump, chin above, Keep the scap retracted, right? We're still thinking about that pencil. Nice, slow, and controlled all the way down. All right, so now you can move on to that last step and we finally get that full pull-up. All right, guys, last but not least, we finally made it. We're gonna do that full pull-up now. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna start in our dead hang. All right, we're gonna get a nice scap retraction, scap shrug. We're gonna pull all the way up, chin above the bar, core nice and tight, pinching that pencil all the way back down. All right, in full speed. Boom. All right. If this is too difficult, I always say start with chin-ups. When you start with a chin-up, it's a little bit easier because anytime we turn our hands towards our face, our bicep automatically engages. All right, so it's going to be a little bit easier in a chin-up than a pull-up. Pull-up's like all back. Chin-up's a little bit easier with that bicep. There's a lot more biceps involved. So a good tip is always continue to switch up your grips. Just by switching it up, you'll hit that back and those biceps so slightly differently, but it will help build your pull-up game for those who already can do a good pull-up, right? So even if you do 1 and 1, 1 over, 1 under, right? Close, middle, wide, underneath, close, middle, wide. So many different ways to do pull-ups. Make sure you're doing every single variation. Try a chin-up if a pull-up is too hard right now. So a chin-up is the same thing, all the way down, all the way up. Like I said, that's a little bit easier because our biceps are engaged. Before I close out this video, I want to give you guys a quick bonus tip. So this bonus tip is something that honestly really bothers me. A lot of people, whenever they do pull-ups, push-ups, dips, I don't know who made this up, I don't know who started this, but they cross their legs. I don't know why, all right? Such a common thing, like I don't know where it came from, but there's absolutely no reason to do this, and in fact, you're actually making the movement easier by making your body more aerodynamic. By keeping our legs straight, we're gonna keep that core way tighter, way more engaged, and it's gonna be way more effective when we do that workout. So I'm gonna show you on a pull-up what I mean. What are you gonna do? They do these. All right, there's so many things wrong with that. We're not going fully all the way up, all the way down. We're half repping hard. We got our legs crossed. It just doesn't look good. To fix that, right, we're gonna straighten those legs, keep that core nice and tight. Boom. Just by having perfect form, we are going to activate the right muscles and actually get stronger. All right, so lose the ego, use the band if you have to, and get those reps up and get your pull-up game up right now, ASAP. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, find me all on social media outlets like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, core_calisthenics. Thank you guys so much for joining me. You can find how to do a pull-up on my website as well, corecalisthenics.com. I will have all the links underneath this video, and go check it out now. I got a lot of value to give you guys. Plenty of more content coming. I'll see you guys in the next one.